had no idea what I needed to win. I didn't even know we had a chance of winning. I wasn't really sure where we were at, to be honest. And so I just, with my teammates, I said, I'm going to commit to having fun, to taking a deep breath, and literally soak in every moment of that last minute. And I think that's exactly how we did it.
What's the, define the Bruin level for each of you. What does that mean?
It's hard to define, but I think it's just knowing that we all trust each other. We have each other's backs, and we do anything and everything to stay together, stay connected, and stay united. That's what we do in every competition. That's what we do every day in the gym. That's what we do outside of the gym. It's something that we do as Bruins, as athletes at UCLA, and as our team this year. So from day one, when you reported back this year, we knew we had something special. The way the freshmen came in, the way the seniors led, it was something special. Like, you know, that we can't. I still don't know that specialness is, but we just know that it's a special team.
Christine, Janae, thank you for everything you've done for sports, for gymnastics. Kyla, Caitlin, thank you. See you back next year, please.
Thank you.
You can take your name cards in the water. Kyla, one for your trophy.
I'm sorry, taking a walk.
Can you talk about this year? You know, you guys have been criticizing the staff for being dancing too much and not taking things seriously. And you.
All right, and your coach talked about having a background of dance, and your performance on the floor was so amazing. Just talk about your performance is much more than gymnastics. You know, can you just talk about that a little bit?
Honestly, that floor routine is by far like my favorite. I've always had like pretty good routines here, but like just the energy like I feel from everyone on the outside and like inside is just so great. And I think making the routine was so much fun. Like I wish everyone could have seen it, because probably for about like 3 weeks before I got my routine, we had the music ready and I would just dance around the floor, do whatever moves, and then like dial it in, tumble, and then dance around the entire floor, tumble, dance around the floor, and just like I was constantly like just moving around. It was so fun, and I honestly, when we put it together, it was just as fun.
And do you have a love for Michael Jackson, or is that just your team putting that together?
My mom is a huge Michael Jackson fan, so like we obviously like listen to him a lot, like know a bunch of his songs and everything. And he's a legend. Like I don't know who is not a Michael Jackson fan. So yeah.
And just talk about that moonwalk section, and just.
Okay, so actually, I knew how to moonwalk, but like Chris, I didn't know how to do the slide thing. And I was looking at his Instagram the other day, and he was like, you know, showing Caitlin some of my moves from high school. Like he actually showed me how to do the glide thing, so like I'd practice it around everywhere. And like it's a little bit harder on the floor, because like when you don't have socks, I'm like, oh, today got a little caught. But like it's so much fun. Yeah.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up, because I'm really glad you brought that up. Because when I was dancing, when I was ballet dancing, I was always told your head is too big, your neck is too small, your feet are too short, your thighs are too big, all that. But they said, but you can dance, and you bring something to the stage that nobody else in the ballet company brought. But I was also the person that went on vacations, went to my dances, went to football games, went to all this stuff. I just lived life large. And finally, when I left and graduated, my ballet director said, I've been wrong all these years. Because you've done all of that, that's what's made your performance so rich. And so that's how I live my life. And luckily, I'm at a university that from day one has said, the athletic directors that I've had at UCLA have all said, because I do so much externally, that makes me better at my job. And then that allows me to pass that on to our student athletes, because gymnastics is only the venue to help make them really strong leaders. It's not about gymnastics. It's about what they learn through the sport of gymnastics. And this year has been the most powerful because of what's going on in Congress and with Valorie Kondos Field inspiration. And I could not be, we all could not be more proud of Jordan Weaver and how she's not taking her foot off that pedal. And she's making changes in legislation and laws. Laws will be changed because of what she is helping do. And every single week, she's had to meet us somewhere because she is testifying. How cool is that? That's what it's all about. Using gymnastics as a platform to make the world a better place. This stuff, this is really fun. But this is really what it's all about.
What do you see for the future? Speaking of Jordan, what do you see for her future? She's obviously now your floor coach. She's graduated. She's a huge advocate for things going on in USA or in gymnastics in the United States. As her mentor, what do you see for her?
Well, she can do anything she wants in life, and she will succeed at it, as we've all seen. And I've asked her, you're going to get offers at other universities. And she has said, I don't want to coach anywhere else with UCLA. I just feel like it's in my blood. And she told me that before the Olympics. She told me that in like 2011 or so. She says, I've always just kind of felt like her. But she will do so much good. And she does it all really, really, really well with so much integrity that I'm really glad that she represents our sport, and I'm really proud that she represents our program.
You just won the final Super Six. What's next for UCLA Gymnastics?
That's cool. It's funny. First of all, it starts about 3 months. Everybody starts about 3 months every year. You don't know for sure. You just want to say stop, right? And then recently it's been, well, when was the last time you won it? I'm like, well, that's just me, It's hugely important. These things are really, really, really hard. And it's not just about work. Everybody works hard. Everybody. You've got to find the magic sauce within each team. And every single team is different. So this is our 7th. And every team has been different. And I think coaches get stuck in thinking same old is going to work every year, and it doesn't. So to be a part of the history of collegiate gymnastics having never, ever gone upside down, and for being one of the coaches that have won multiple championships, and just being like a part of athletic history is just so cool. Like I still feel like an immigrant to the sport of athletics. It's really cool.
Take a couple more questions.
How do you feel for your coaching staff? It's this coaching staff's first.
Oh, yeah. Great. Chris, Randy, and I have been together a long, long, long time. We've been through a lot, highs and lows, the good and the bad and the ugly and all that. Jordan is, what made her a gold medalist in the Olympic Games is what she brings every single day here. So, and because I really still don't know a lot about gymnastics. And you guys think I'm joking? I'm really not. I rely so heavily on them, which, anytime that you're appreciated like that, you just want to do a better job. And I think that's one of the magic of our program, is that I can't have an ego gymnastically. I don't know what they know. So they feel very, very much appreciated what they do.
We saw KATELYN get a little bit emotional. It's been a big year for her. Obviously, 2 national championships this weekend, but also off of the floor. What's your message to the gymnasts like KATELYN that have been very outspoken socially this year? What's your message to those gymnasts, and why have you been such a proponent of people speaking out?
Because like I said, gymnastics is a venue children life lessons, and one of the life lessons that I feel is very important for us to teach them is to learn how to be diplomatic and how to be able to say anything to anyone as long as it is respectful and honest. And if you're not being honest with someone, you're self-peddling, then you're not being respectful to them, because you're saying, I don't trust that you can handle the truth. And so I started with KATELYN when she came in as a freshman and had a horrible freshman year with us, and told me flat out, and her team, she just didn't want to be great again, because there was nothing positive associated with being great. And at that moment, I knew I could either kick her off the team or that I could start building trust in her. And part of building that trust with teaching her was getting her to trust me, that she could say anything to me as long as it was honest and respectful. And she has certainly tested those boundaries in the last few years, but that's what's, like people say, you know, I have a real special relationship with her. It's nothing to do with gymnastics. It has to do with helping her find her voice, helping her be able to listen to it and trust it, and then put it out there. And she, for those who don't know, she has a blog called Behind the Mammoths, and she's written beautiful, beautiful work on body shaming and bullying. And she goes to open mic in Los Angeles quite a bit and does this. And I mean, how can you not be so proud of that? I love that. That is why she's able to do that. The reason why she's been so great gymnastically now is because she's found the voice of it there. If I had only focused on her gymnastics, she wouldn't be there. Thank you.
Coach, last question.
A lot of people have said that after all that's happened in the United States this past 2 years, that gymnastics in the United States would not be as strong, it would be weaker. And a lot of that has been said towards elite gymnastics. But after this win tonight, such an incredible competition, what do you have to say to those people?
Well, I've said this since the testimonies in Michigan State. The reason why I have felt so strongly that I have been an advocate for gymnasts, those that have been gone through this, is because the strength that they have had to be able to come forward and speak so eloquently and passionately and confidently and strongly. That's what they learned in gymnastics. That's why so when people say, why should I put my daughter in gymnastics? I'm like, because it's going to be better than ever. Because it's all the yuck is being revealed. And coaches aren't going to be able to get away, and institutions aren't going to be able to get away with abuse anymore, of any kind. Not just sexual, but emotional and physical and mental. And it's been revealed, the curtain's been pulled back. And so when you look at what those 250 something women that have testified, I don't know the exact number right now, they got that courage and that strength. Not just that, but what I saw with all those testimonies is they got angry and they cried. They got emotional, but none of them lost their poise. That's what they learned in gymnastics. That's why it's an amazing sport, and I have the best job.
Coach, I'm going to get this final question here. 2 years in St. Louis, moved on, but is there anything you'd like to say to the city of St. Louis or the fans or the facility?
Well, the whole experience has been great. I do have to say that I think KJ, Oklahoma, and I were part of the initial movement to go to a neutral site for our national championships. And it was wonderful when we went to Fort Worth for the first 2 years, and now St. Louis. And St. Louis has been amazing. Our fans have loved every moment of it. It's a very rich city in athletics. And so they've been so busy all day long. It's been great. The arena's been great. There's not been one part of this that has been not of championship quality, even to the point where for the first half of warm-ups today, I was freezing. And I asked my athletes, are you cold? And they said, yes. You know how hard it is to get an arena to warm up? And they did. And we asked you to do it, and you did it. It was really cool. So thank you.
Coach, thank you very much.
Thank you.
2018 National Champion,
I
UCLA.
know.
Let us know. Thank you so much.